I say howdy.
I say, yo,
Welcome to the Big Book Bros, man. We on episode 21. So I know
snap.
a lot of people.
I put episode 20 on it. I knew it. I'm always behind.
Lord, well we'll fix it. We'll fix it. But anyways, they'll be looking at they'll look at the playlist. So for all the people that be watching the playlist and they keep asking for the more content, greatly appreciated. But yeah, so episode 21 of the Big Book Bros. So hopefully by the time of this recording, if you hopping on the live, just say what's up, keep it going. But usually we do our streams on the Saturdays, but since it was the 4th of July, we kind of took off, so that's all good. But anyways, so this is probably gonna be a quick or long episode, just depending how it's doing. I know we got a little bit different time frame what's going on with this episode, but we're here with the Big Book Bros. This episode, I'm about to talk about the first. Well, I can talk about all four, but I read the first three volumes of Kill or Be Killed. And FYI, this usually we put our warnings for everything. This is definitely not for kids. This is straight up. This is not for kids, and even for young adults. I got a dog or something. Hey, what's up? Yeah, man. Real quick, this is for a different live stream. So if you got any questions regarding for the dogs, go click on the different videos that is not for the Big Book Bros, and you can get the contact information for Country Rican to ask about the dogs. But anyways, so this right here, the Kill or Be Killed series is by Image Comics. Like I said prior, this is definitely not for kids. This was something that usually I don't mind reading mature and dark issues. It's definitely stuff that's mature. But what's been going on lately, especially in the world, and especially what's been going on in America, I was like, all right, this is something I really gotta grab and get my take on. So it's four issues. I got the man, what's it called? I got the I'm having a blank right now. Sorry, I'm getting late. I got the paperback. Excuse me. I got a huge blank. I was gonna say the yeah. Excuse me, 4 volumes. Let me rephrase it. I got 4 volumes. They come with 20 issues, but I got the 4 volumes, which is basically the paperback. So it's really nice thing cover. I got volume 1. I got volume 2, got volume 3, and then the last one, volume 4. So first thing first, definitely the artwork, um, phenomenal. This was something that when you really read or get into, it was like a mixture of reading like old timey. I would probably say like DC Detective Comics, so definitely stuff probably like in the 80s. But then it also had like the good water paint and show like live portrait. So it was something that really blew my mind how they kind of go on it. What we're talking about today, man. Today we're talking about the Kill or Be Killed series, but first thing first, it was written by Ed Brubaker. It was drawn by Sean Phillips and then Elizabeth Brettweiser. She was the colorist, so she kind of helped fill it in. So really with this series, it grabbed my attention just because the cover art. I always got to say cover art kind of grabs my attention. So I thought it was some with Red Hood. I really thought this series was going to be something with Red Hood. The anger, the vigilante, the revenge. I thought it was going to be the basic, 1, 2. I'm just going to get my revenge to start killing. I'm gonna justify it kind of deal. But the first page, especially the stuff I was posting on Instagram and even on Twitter and Snapchat, I mean, the first page, it kind of shows you where the main character, Dylan, he knows that he's kind of in the story. He knows that this is a story. This is what he's talking about. He knows he got some issues, and he just straight up saying, I don't justify these killings. And he's like, not everybody's perfect, not everybody's scum. He just get run down, but he was like, certain people got to die. He straight. He like certain people got to die. People always going to get killed. He was like, have you looked at the world? He was talking off everything. He's talking about the terrorists, racism, corrupt politics, the world, people just hating each other. The rich getting richer, the poor getting poor, and he was just like. He doesn't justify it, but he was like, people gotta die. But he's also saying the bad people gotta die. So he straight up was like, I'm not the he didn't want to put himself as the hero. People usually when they look at vigilantes is usually always the anti-hero or sometimes they're a hero, but they justify the kill. With the main character Dylan right here, uh his purpose when I'll get to how he started doing his killings, he was just like he doesn't do it at random, but he also got to research. He researches. So he was like, I'm not a he's like, I'm not gonna be no superhero, walking into a crime alley and then he sees something going wrong that he's gonna run off and save the day. Or he sees stuff that's people crying out in the distance for help and then he's gonna save run the day. He's smarter than that. So and then he knows he's telling a story and what's going on with himself. So really with the Dylan dude, he's 28 and he lives in New York. He's just kind of down on his luck because he is suicidal. So it'll really kind of hit home to most people if you read it because it really does get deep. Just regarding what just happened with him and then his life, what's going on with his family. He has a best friend that he really likes named Kira. He was kind of feeling, look, can he get with her, but he gets in the friend zone, and he was just like he felt pity. People, he felt a disgrace on himself, and then he felt that people were giving him pity, and he didn't like it, so he wanted to commit suicide. And this is only still the first volume. This is like the first 20 pages. So when he does commit suicide, it doesn't go well. So once he wakes up from I believe it's the hospital. No, yeah. Once he wakes up from the hospital, he goes to his back to his room to recover everything here and there. He starts seeing this demon. So automatically, he's like, I'm paranoid. He's like, I don't see this. It's not what I think it is. It's like, what's going on? And so when you start seeing it throughout the series, I won't spoil it. Is the demon real or not? And it's really kind of shadowy, but that's how I like it. It was just with the horns and it's kind of pushing Dylan to the side. But the demon starts talking to him. He was like, I saved your life. So he was like, you're not gonna kill you. So he's like, I'm gonna save your life. So he's like, I'm gonna give you 1 month to live. You gotta pay that debt back. So I was like, oh shoot. Now I already got my mind pumped up too, because I'm thinking of a Marvel Ghost Rider. You got to pay your dues to Mephisto. He's the Marvel version of the devil, but usually there's a twist to it. There's always stuff making deals with the devils and demons. There's always going to be a twist to it. But as the story progresses of him, he healing from this, from his fake suit, well, not fake, his failed suicide attempt. He's just trying to live, but that's what I'm saying. He keeps hearing them thoughts, the demon. He's like, you got 1 month, you got 1 month. So then it turns to a couple weeks, then it turns to a couple days. So now, the day before he's supposed to die, he was just severely sick, out of luck, and then he was like, okay, I gotta kill someone. So when it comes to him choosing his victims, they're not really random, but then again, he also does his research. So it's kind of hard to describe it. But when you watch, comics, TV shows, anything, with the film or fiction, is when the hero saved the day, there's got to be something that leads to it. There's something that grabs him or something that's plot convenience. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said he's like, I'm not going to be the type of dude. I'm walking in an alleyway at night and then suddenly you see these thugs parking somebody, panicking, bullying, and then doing something in the shady corner that he gotta go save the day, or he's walking and somebody's screaming for help and there's no one there except him. He was like, he don't play like that, so he does his research. So the first person that he does plan to kill was one of his childhood friends' older brother. So he has some issues. The older brother And that right there was just like, whoa. So, and it starts showing a chain of events. After he kills a bad person, it leads to, this person has so much more than just, they were just bad because of their secrets, stuff like that. They have more connection. They keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. So he kind of shows you the hatred and anger, and then just the evilness that goes through people. It just keeps going and going. And I like it how, he doesn't want to be a hero. He really doesn't. So when it shows him doing his first killing, he dressed up like a random mugger. Like he has the whole hoodie and everything. Let's see if I can show that. I would say, and I do apologize for the glare. Dylan, the one with the gun, he's pointing at the dude. I would say with the shading and the shadow, it usually always kind of covers his face or the people's faces, and it's kind of representing what's his his is this his true self, his secret side, his evil side. Is he really justified in killing? Is this what he got to do? But like I said, the whole event that happens with his first victim, he kills a bad person, and then next thing you know, the next day after his supposedly time limit with the demon, it didn't happen. So he was like, okay, he's like, I'm just gonna keep going. So uh the first volume really does kind of cover the basis of like his little bit, talks a little bit of his childhood, his present day, was going on, and then it does kind of fast forward a little bit, not to the future but a couple of months. And so that's why I kind of like the fourth wall break. As you're reading the him talking, him speaking, he knows that people are reading and watching him. He knows that he's like, okay, I keep going back and forth with time, the time skips and the flashbacks. I'm gonna try not to do that. I don't be cliche like the heroes. He's like, I don't want to do this and that. But sometimes he ends up doing it. So that right there had this fun little twist on it. But uh really, especially when they dive into the other characters, like I said, he has his childhood friend, not his childhood, yeah, his childhood friend Kira. She's dating another man, but it's kind of seeing, there's like this love triangle between them. What's the love interest, what's going to go on. You kind of figure about her past, what's happened to her, that kind of got her messed up. And then it keeps showing, as Dylan keeps going through life as the the vigilante. He really doesn't have a name just yet, because I won't say, but as he just keep going, he's observing the world different than most people would. So that right there was like, okay, this is some deep stuff. He knows that people in the world is jacked up. He knows the world is crap. He knows everything is bad, everything is wrong. But he's like, the people who do want the change, they keep getting shot down. They keep getting breaking, beaten up. They keep getting destroyed by the more evil. So he was like, you got to do some evil to counteract the evil to do good. And he was like, it's crazy, but that's just how it works. People who always do the sly and evil stuff usually are the ones that get away. Because he even talks about people, who millions and billionaires, they can do so much evil acts and stuff until, they can buy their way or they can get their escape. But unless it starts piling up or somebody does bad to them, that's when it gets them. So I was like, that's some good philosophy. It really does. So uh for, like I said, the artwork, man, I really would give this a 10 out of a 10, and I want to show some good, because that's what I said. There's some there's full nudity, there's blood, there's gore. So I'm trying to find a good one that's not too bad, but the art style, that's what I said. It reminds me of like I said, the classic 70s, 80s of comics, but then it gets like that fresh water paint, that fresh artwork of what it looks like today, the modern era. So this book only came out in 2016. The series was 2016 to 2018, but it's still relevant to this day. And then it kind of shows how bad stuff is. But let me show what's a good. See, let me see. Yeah, he got his costume, but Dylan, he's always getting beaten up. So that's kind of another funny thing. He don't have no superhuman powers. Yeah, he got like the demon that's kind of stalking him, or he's like, you got to kill somebody to pay him up, but he don't have none of that superpower. So let me see if I can get a close up on him. But he dude is getting beaten up and bloody, but he trying to works with it. You know, he got to do what he got to do to keep it going. But then, oh yeah, no, I can't show the ending of that one. That one, dude, new. That's a bad news. But but towards the series, as he keeps killing, he's trying to figure out, who he is, what's going on, who's the demon, and then it's like, how does he live with his life? So that was something that just really kind of put an interest into the anti-heroes, because when it comes to that category, most, not almost all, I'll probably say like 90% of anti-heroes, they have that tragic backstory. They have that death, that grief. They have that guilt. They have that, they have that thing that pushes them towards the edge, and then that's why they break that moral code. Because when you think of a hero, that moral code, they shouldn't kill. They shouldn't go down to that dark path. But we look at these anti-heroes and even with anti-villains, it's like, when it comes to life or death, screw the moral code, screw, playing nice. If you're gonna fight dirty, you gotta fight dirty back, or even twice as dirty. You gotta put as much hurt as they done into you back into them. And he was like, if that's jacked up, that's how the world is. The world is jacked up, those are the rules. And then they can go around and be like, there is no rules. This is how we play. This is how we do it. So that right there with the whole first three, because I didn't get to fourth volume yet. So I don't want to really try to spoil it, because that's what I said. This is it's a pretty basic plot, especially when he kind of talks to the readers when he navigates through his life. It really kind of hits home. So it really has that good, that fictional, of course, that Marvel esque, because it's not done by Marvel, it's done by Image Comics, but it has like the Marvel esque theme. Obviously, the first thing came to my mind was the Ghost Riders, because with the demon and stuff, but then also Red Hood from DC, just because of the black and the red, the mask he got, and I was like, he's out for revenge and killing, and sure enough, that's what he was. But not too much of revenge, but like I said, he kind of justifies. So he kind of is in that little happy medium, but he's smart about it too. So that's why I kind of like it. He's not really blinded by that rage, as I know, as I know right now. Who knows? The fourth volume can probably switch it up, and then everything. I might have to make another episode. Be like, all right, screw everything about him being smart. He just went on a blood and warpath. He can go full Punisher. This dude just go crazy, crazy, crazy with killing. But the whole series, oh my gosh. I tell a lot of stuff of what we should recommend. Lately I haven't done it, but this series, even if you're not a comic book fan, this series right here, The Killer Be Killed, definitely get all four the paperbacks issues. This was really kind of it wasn't a hidden gem, because a lot of people were talking about it, especially back in, I remember hearing about it in 2017 and 18 era, but I didn't grab anything yet. But this right here, I would definitely say, anybody who wants a good piece of literature to read, because this was something that kind of, it hits home, but then it kind of, you start to unravel and kind of think, okay, this can go to a random person's mind. This is how some people think. This is why killers are like that, bad people are like that. This is why when people do these things, this is why they justify it, or this is how they see the world from their perspective. And I felt, I was feeling it. I was thinking, some of the thoughts that I had, some of the stuff that I was like, man, my philosophy, Dylan was talking about some of them. So I was like, yep. And it was crazy. You got some people that you can, you can really represent, and you can have an attachment to, especially with literature and art. And this one right there was something I was like, wow. So, it's only four volumes. So really, it's probably about $10. Yeah, it's $10. Yeah, about $10 for each. I lied. The prices vary. So, okay. So yeah, the first volume was about $10, but the last three are 17. So you're looking about 50, almost $50, spending on all of them. But definitely, that's a yeah, a read. But obviously, this is the mature stuff. This is stuff that I would usually say, yeah, teens get into it. Nah, this is something that young adults, definitely for adults, just because we had that time to really mature, or we see the world in our different perspective. We each generation has that different mindset, excuse me, and that kind of gap of how they see the world and their worldviews and the way they see stuff. So especially with this piece that came out, the late 2010s, or, almost the 2020s, that's starting a new generation. This is something that I was like, okay, this is something that could really, really, people can be attached to, people can vent out to, people who are angry. This is how they can see the stuff to represent, and this is something that also can be like, wow, you know. Hopefully, I don't go down that path because you can be jacked up just like some of these characters. But definitely art. Oh yeah, 10/10. That's something that's amazing. Story wise, 10/10. Yeah, reading. Yeah, this is something. Yeah. And I'm punishing myself because man, I got these series about a couple months ago, but I've been putting them off on hold because I got so much other stuff, and then even more books coming in. But yeah, the something told me I was like, let me read the series, and then really just reading, if you're gonna try to read all four volumes, definitely probably be about, I'd probably say about 3 hours. Nothing too big. Because I mean, each volume probably gonna take you maybe about 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah, so yeah, you probably looking about 3 4 hours. Read, and definitely something to reread. This is stuff that goes through your collection. Definitely reread it, and that's why I say, yeah, who knows? Yeah, probably that's what I might do a next couple of episodes. I might do another reevaluation of this book because it's deep. There's something that I didn't think it was gonna be that well, and it just caught me. So I love it. I love it. But yes, Country Rican, you still here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So all in all, phenomenal book. Yeah, this series was something that, yeah, that was deep. That was deep. So I'm about to finish up the fourth volume. Definitely tomorrow morning. I would say tonight, but tonight I got too much to do now. Got too much to do. So a lot of people, you'll see these next couple of probably, yeah, about the next 2 or 3 episodes of Big Book Bros. I'm gonna have a different location for my background. I'll be flying soon.
Hmm.
But what you got in store for me, man?
I'm about to. I read Harley Quinn, or I'm sorry, Harleen is the name of the comic that I read. But I just wanted to say a couple things of about Killer Be Killed because I actually read the whole series, and
Yeah,
I definitely really enjoyed it. You know, one of my favorite writers, Ed Brubaker, is the one who wrote that, which he wrote an incredible run for on Captain America for Marvel. That is fantastic and arguably one of the best Captain America stories ever written. Um, Definitely what I liked about the series of Killer Be Killed, if I'm not mistaken, every ending of the each volume of the trade paperback with volume 1, 2, and 3 had like a crazy cliffhanger, and
yeah.
definitely volume 4 throws you for a loop. Like when you read that volume, it's gonna. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it because it definitely like just made everything just like what in the world. Like it just it really I thought it was great. Thought it was a great ending. It was different, unique. So I really enjoyed it. But I ended up reading Harleen. It took me forever to read it. Not that it was bad. It's just, dude, I've been doing so much stuff. I'm excited, here this weekend to see Michael because we've been talking about Warhammer and I've been knocking stuff out left and right. I done knocked six Raveners out. I done knocked out a Lictor. I done knocked out 24 Hormagaunts. I done knocked out 16 Gene Stealers. I done knocked out a Brood Lord. I'm about to my mission for tomorrow is to knock out the 3 Pyovores, which I'm proxying them for Biovores because I didn't like the Biovore models. So I bought 3 Pyovores to proxy in for the Biovores. And then I'm going to knock out 3 Neothorpe. I can't remember. And a Zeothorpe. A Zeothorpe. I can't remember how to say it. But I'm knocking them out. And then it'll be what? It'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So probably next I'll probably knock out some I'll probably do some Hive Tyrants. I'm not sorry, not a Hive Tyrant. I'll do some Tyranid Warriors, and then I'll probably knock out some Hive Guards. Or I think they're Hive Guards. And then be ready to help Michael with his. He messed around and he likes the faction, the Tau, and also the Necrons, which I like them both as well. But back to what I read Harleen, which is a book about Harley Quinn, and it's pretty much talks about her origin story, which is pretty dope because Harleen's been around for a long time, but we just don't know much about her origin story. And the cover for this too is dope. I wish I would have got it, but it's half see-through. So when you lay it over this cover right here, it shows you her dressed up as Harley Quinn. And then when you take it off, it shows this because she's hurting inside. And so this pretty much tells how she was introduced to the Joker and how she went from being I think she's a psychologist.
Yeah, psychiatrist for
psychiatrist. Yeah, to Harley Quinn, the one you know. And the neat thing about this, it's DC ended up trying to do something different. I'm not sure if they've done it in the past, but they messed around and did this right here. This hardcover consists of three issues, which they switched over from the regular issues that we see. That's like I think it's 8 by 8 inches by 5.5. They switched it over to puppies over there dreaming. They done switched it over to a magazine size, so it's a lot bigger. Hence, why this is a whole lot wider. I think it's the same height though. I'm not sure, but it's definitely a whole lot wider than your regular comic issues. So what I was gonna say is the neat thing about this, and what I really liked about it, is that the art and of course the story was done by the same person, which is I'm not sure what he is honestly, man. I think he's Asian because his name is I can't even pronounce it. Stepan to Japan. I don't know. It might be Steven or it might be Stefan because different languages, sometimes you spell different stuff. That's why Jose be spelled with a J, but people try to say Josie, but it's it's said Jose, even though it's with a J. J makes an H sound in Spanish. But anyways, the art is phenomenal, man. Like I kid you not, I probably want off the top of my head, I want to say the best art I've ever seen.
Woo! We'll come over bangers now.
And consistent the whole way through because all three issues are by the same person, so you don't have to worry about. Look at this portrait of Batman. In Joker's perverted mind, it's all destroyed. Let me find some other ones. Some with Harley Quinn. This one's nice, real big too. So the art's really nice. So pretty much, she's applied for a job at the insane asylum and is trying to evaluate the patients. Her theory is that she can help them help themselves to change.
Yeah.
And that they're not all lost. And she kind of is getting frustrated because a lot of people are against her. Like, why would you try to save these criminals, But Batman, she gets a chance to talk to Batman through Jim Gordon because this is being funded by the government, and she gets a chance to talk to Batman, and she says, "Do you honestly think they can change?" And of course, Batman says yes, and it kind of gives her a little bit of hope to keep doing what she's doing because she's really feeling down and low because most of the city thinks she's a criminal because she's trying to side with the enemy. And another dope thing, you get to see a different side of Joker other than crazy Joker. Yeah, he's crazy in this too, but you get to see how he pretty much gets into the head of Harleen and turns her to looking at him as someone to be saved and someone who really wants to be loved, and how over time you start seeing her go downhill in the sense of starting to turn and become Harley Quinn. So like I said, yeah, the art is definitely phenomenal. I really, really thought it's some of the best art that I've seen in comics. And of course, the ending's crazy, even though you kind of already know, who she's gonna become. But it's just dope seeing her story and seeing her, like I said, go downhill, go from worse to worse to worse. Like, dang, you went from having college degree to falling in love with an insane person. Let me see if I can find some more art that I really liked. I like how they drew Croc in here. Killer Croc. That one's pretty dope. Let me see if that's a good page. All right, I was just making sure there wasn't nothing on here to ruin the story. Make sure it's in the camera.
What's the age rating for that? Teens?
Yeah. I would say yeah. It doesn't show nudity, but it definitely shows, I'm not sure what the word is. It's not nudity, it's more like sexual theme,
Yeah, suggestive. Yeah.
Yep, you know where they're going, but I really enjoyed it. So I would say, yeah, older teen, somebody that you didn't talk the good old birds and the bees with. But here's some of the arts for some of the single issues, and I really liked some of them. Like this one right here, I really like that one. There's several of them in here. What's up?
So I like that classic. Yeah, that getaway. It's like every time they're in a getaway car, she always got to shoot at Batmobile.
So, it was a quick read. Like I said, it took me so long, though, just because I've been doing so much different stuff. And I've been dividing up my time. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I've been playing some Battlefront. I've been reading Codices. I've been actually reading Warhammer books. And I like them. And believe it or not, man, books is cheap. Another thing, too, I was going to tell you, Michael, of course, the viewers, with these books, this one right here was, I want to say it was like, I think I paid like maybe $22 for it. It's the hardcover. Definitely always go to In Stock Trades and purchase it. You can get it up to 52% off, depending, with your reward points and all that other stuff. If you get it, when they release on Tuesdays, because for like the first week, they're on a certain sale and they may go down. And then also depending on how often you make purchases, you can also increase your rewards and stuff like that. So I tell people all the time, definitely go to In Stock Trades because the books always say a price, but you always get it cheaper on in stock trades, whether it's 42% off, 47% off, 52% off. They even have higher sales. I've then seen 75% off, 68% off. So definitely, I wouldn't say don't ever get it off of Amazon or eBay or like what's the bookstore called? I forgot the bookstore.
The Barnes and Noble.
Unless you got a coupon, because they're always cheaper from in stock trades. Like I know you want to support your local comic book shop, which I do, but you know. On certain items, they are completely different priced, completely different.
And I think I gotta chime in on that too, yeah, because I remember we done that. So yeah, I gotta start doing that more now too. When we start doing future episodes, just to give a quick shout out. Yeah, most of, I mean, these past videos, you know, excluding, yo,
you're good. I see you.
Okay, now my thing froze. Am I still good?
Yeah, you're good. You ain't froze on this end.
All right, hopefully it don't work out. But yeah, so most of the stuff, excluding the mangas and animes or even movies, you know, most of my comics, besides my single issues, because I do kind of support my my comic book store with them little single issues. Yeah, everything from paperbacks, hardcovers, omnibuses. You can even get your manga and other you know, non-comic stuff on there. Yeah, In Stock Trade really does help you out, and they always will keep you up to date. So really, depending on where you living at, what your region, usually does take about 2 weeks or usually a week. But they really do, you rack up on them points for discounts and everything else. So yeah, that's definitely. Am I still good?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So my thing is, oh my gosh, I'm sick of this weather. So my thing is frozen. So that's all I wanted to do, to chime in, just to let y'all know. Definitely, yeah, In Stock Trade, they really do. In Stock Trades, they really do be helping out for all your stuff. Okay.
Yep. I've never paid full price for a comic book ever. You know, always, you know, even your local comic book shop, usually they'll give you some type of discounts. And then, like I said, like if you go to Amazon, a lot of times, you know, when they come out, they'll have a small discount, but they won't have as big as a discount as In Stock Trades.
Yeah.
Unless there's a glitch.
Yeah, because like I said, with these 4 paperbacks with the Killer Be Kill saga, I told you it's gonna be maybe about $50, but I can pull up my receipt if I can when I go on the website. I didn't pay $50 for these. I mean, I probably paid about like $28, something crazy, because I was just.
I know. I was gonna tell you. I know when I got Kill I Kill the first volume, because you know it took about a year and a half before all of it came out, if I'm not mistaken. Like volume 1 came out, a couple months later, volume 2 came out. My point is
2 years.
2 years? Oh man, longer than I thought. When volume 1 came out, dude, I got it for like $5. Because if you get it the week it comes out, like I go to previews.com and I look at what's coming out every week. And you get your best deals if you get it the week it comes out. So that's what I always do. I usually always get books the week they come out. Every now and then, if I don't have the money or whatever the case is and I don't get it, I'll wait, 2-3 weeks, a month, but you won't get the same discount as if you would have got it the week it came out. And then get this too. It comes out at In Stock Trades first, and then it comes out your other dealers like Amazon, eBay, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart. In Stock Trades gets it earlier. Same thing with comic book stores. Comic book stores get it earlier, and then everybody else gets it later. So that's another thing too. That's why I just look at previews, because you can look at it weeks in advance and decide what you want to get and what you don't want to get.
I just be seeing my discounts and I just be looking at companies. I just find random stuff. That's what I said. Especially with the internet, talking to different groups of people, just message me to kind of look into. Because like I said, with the Killer Be Killed stuff, I kind of heard about it. I got a couple of comics from Image, but I seen it on my list, yeah, and almost all that stuff was like 20, 30% off, yeah, and it goes good. But oh, I do want to put a disclaimer. I do want to put a disclaimer because I did talk about how they have mangas and they got graphic novels and everything else. If you do make a list, if you have an account or whatever you're doing, and you do make a list or a cart whenever you ship it out, you do kind of want to be consistent of what you're trying to do. So if you got maybe like 5, 6 comic books, or and, they could be paperback, hardcover, omnibuses, that's cool. But if you mix it in with like mangas, mangwai, Korean stuff, African books, stuff that usually doesn't go with European or American comics, your order will be on hold. Because I remember they did that to me for a while. I had a big list of maybe like 12 books, about 12 comic books, and then 2 of them were just 2 little mangas. Matter of fact, I'll pull it right here. Oh, I had to finish my collection of my Mega Man. My Mega Man Gigamax. Hey, good quality too. They said it was slightly used. So literally the slightly used was just the top right corner, and I ain't gonna lie, I can't even see it. It's like a little bent. They said slightly used. I said, man, I'll take it. But so my 2 Mega Man my Gigamax manga. So y'all could probably look at the first 5 episodes. I talked about that series, so I gotta definitely revamp it. But anyways, so I had those 2 mangas that came with my whole graphic novels and comic order, and I mean it was on hold. But that's why I said with Inkstock Trade, you can always talk to them, and then they'll let you know. During that time, especially when the COVID really started hitting in March and April, they was like, we're gonna find all your stuff. Don't worry about a money rebate. We're gonna grab everything. We'll get it, and then we'll get to go. These like, we scan everything. We're gonna grab your order. We won't forget about it. But I was like, don't worry about the 2 little mangas. Just send me my comics. I can get myself. He's like, nah, we don't want to do that to you. I was like, nah. I was like, I don't care. Don't even sell me the 2 mangas. I was like, just give me my full comics. But don't work with you. They really will. They wasn't gonna do me dirty. They was like, we'll find everything. Sure enough, they did. But definitely, yeah. If y'all gonna make these orders or these huge orders that me and Danny be doing, just kind of keep it consistent. Because I definitely want to start ordering more mangas and definitely omnibuses of mangas. Because that's buying single manga books, it all depends on what series and what franchise you get. You can buy 20 manga books and you be all right. But if you got series that got over 50 books, I mean, that's really going to start going deep into your pockets. So you can kind of even it out and work on it, but definitely kind of keep an order of what you want to do. You can have 1 week of comics, 1 week of graphic novels, 1 week of, illustrations, dictionaries, not dictionaries, encyclopedias, all these other stuff, and then you can do your mangas, but definitely kind of keep a flow with it. And then they'll always let you know. You can always contact them. So that's why I want to put there for a disclaimer. Because I don't want people wait. We tell them about all this good stuff and this discount, and they was like, man, my order's on hold for like 2-3 weeks. These like, what's going on? I was like, they scanning, but it's a whole storage. They got different departments, so they'll try to go through and scan what they scan. So, but yeah, but that's all. So, you got anything else? Cause sure enough, I'm
Nope. I'm about to get off here and play some Call of Duty.
Man, shoot, I'm about to start. Well, I gotta start packing, but I'm definitely doing that tomorrow morning because I'm looking at all the stuff I can pack. Not too much. I got me a box. I'm about to post it on Instagram of what I got in my box for all the lovely people. But definitely, so this episode of Big Book Bros, definitely, I really recommend for people just to see what we got. So the Killer Be Killed series, and then was it Harley Quinn? Harleen, excuse me. And the Harleen issues, definitely a must grab. Yeah, those are definitely going to be a must grab for everybody. But sure enough, we're going to be getting gone and out. So if you got any recommendations, you want to see more stuff, always look up Big Book Bros on Instagram, Twitter, even on Snapchat. If you got more discussions or you want to be in groups, just message me on those social media platforms, and we'll keep you up to date on more stuff we got to do. All right, peace.